What if I told you that the seller of the property you're purchasing can pay most of your closing costs? Most buyers think they need a ton of cash to buy a home. This is not always true. Outside of your down payment, the next biggest thing are your closing costs. Closing costs can be anywhere between 2.5% to 6%, usually 2.5% to 5% of your purchase price of your home. This is how it actually works. First of all, you and your agent needs to negotiate your seller paying your closing costs. So that's where your agent comes in, not just to get you a good price on the property, but also to get you closing cost contributions from the seller. So if you're going in a lot of times shopping to get the lowest price, to beat the seller down on the price of the home, then you're most likely not going to get paid closing costs. So it's up to your loan officer, who would be me, and your realtor to actually get together and come up with a purchase structure or an offer structure that works best for you. That means you have to be upfront about what you have to work with and what you don't have upfront to work with. So, and this is how it works. FHA loans, sellers can pay up to 6% of the purchase price toward the closing cost. A lot of builders do this, but you can also work this out with resale homes with private sellers. VA, 4% plus additional closing costs. When we say additional closing costs, VA is very flexible, is where you can pay 4% closing costs, and then the seller can also actually help pay down debts for the buyer. Conventional loans anywhere between 3 to 9%, depending on your down payment. So if you're going to just put down the 3%, if you're going to just put down the 3%, you're going to only get 3% toward closing costs. If you put down 5%, you can go up to like 6% toward closing costs. And if you put down 10%, the seller can even pay up to 9% of the sales price towards your closing costs. USDA loans up to 6%. So what this means for you is that you may not need as much money as you think. So you do want your loan officer and your realtor to be on the same page. You also want to be transparent about what funds you actually have and don't have to work with before you put in your offer. So if you need some help structuring your offer, give me a call, 404-461-3172, or reach out at reggieloans.com.